Hot 93.3.
Hot 93.3, Chacha the Happy Fairy is here, and I've got a beautiful princess with me. I've got the beautiful Deja in the studio.
Hello!
Hi, Deja.
See me forgetting my headphones.
Oh, it's good to see you. It's actually good to see you.
It is. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful.
The last time I saw you, you were supposed to be my dog-in-law. Yes, but that ship never sailed. It never sailed.
You know my dog died actually.
Oh, that is sad. I heard about it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we don't even want to talk, but they did some funny stuff.
Man, vets, yeah?
Yeah, you see, yeah. I felt very sad.
I would too, because I heard mine is sick.
I know, she'll be fine.
She will. Amen, amen.
Yeah, she was supposed to be my dog's babe, but they were forming catch and mouse.
But it's great to see you, Deja.
It is great to see you.
You dumped 4 things on us. You surprised all of us. Surprised us with baby Omatena, water. Is it water?
Water. You got it, yeah, water.
Mm-hmm. And Tiamo.
Thank you.
My goodness. We're looking forward to you, and then I just saw boom, 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 boom. What that boom?
You know, they not ask me, Taya. They not say what happened to you. Where did you go, Deja? What have you been doing, Deja? We need you to be consistent, Deja. So we just decided, okay. We'll try for this one.
Oh, and it's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you for even having me on Hotel.
I was so excited anyway, when I heard, oh, she's outside.
I know, I told him, I was like, don't tell her that it's your fault.
Okay. It's Bolaji's fault, but it's okay. It's okay. So tell me something. You know, you're in the limelight and you're one of the most private person in the world. How do you manage to keep all of your glamorous life and your family, everything under the wraps? How? My goodness.
She said, maybe because I wasn't really in the limelight. Maybe now when...
Can you see the eye I'm giving you? Really?
I wish the fans could see the eye you're giving me right now.
They can
she's
see
looking fine. She's looking very fine while giving me eye too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's just the grace of God, to be honest. Probably how I started out.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody else just kind of respected it. It seems like it because we're out, we're about. There's they take pictures, but for some reason it doesn't get posted, I guess. Yeah. I also suck at social media, which I'm trying to be better. Okay. I'm sure if some people are following my stories, they tend to see some family stuff once in a while and things like that.
All I'm saying now is your bling, like, I've just seen your ring. I'm so sorry, but your hands are just going boom, boom, boom. You see Deja's ring? Deja's ring is just popping in my face.
See how she's doing you.
But you know that there are a lot of people who are cloud chasing now in the industry. Do you think that is something that would move you further in the industry? Not you, but those people who are definitely cloud chasing.
I mean, I feel like you do what works for you.
Yeah.
And if that works for you, as long as you're ready for any of the consequences that come with it, now so it is good. Now anyway, you want cloud chase, you want try doing this way, you want try do that. However, you just have to stick with whatever comes with it, right?
So, anyway, benefits.
See, my sister, you know how they go now. Yeah. But I just think different things work for different people. I think people, if you're good at what you do, or even that cloud chasing itself is a skill.
Yeah.
So if it's a skill that you have and it's working for you, be going now. So fast say say consequence day.
Okay.
Consequence day, dear. That's all I just remind everybody for everything that you're doing. But it's a skill. It's a skill to do anything, whether it's good, whether it's bad, it's a skill. Yeah. So as long as you have the one that works for you, just go with it.
Okay. You're in one of the biggest music families. Mavin, how is it? Like, how has the process been from, the beginning to now?
I mean, we've grown up.
Right? I mean, when you guys were introduced, I'm so sorry to Ricardo and Corey and you as well, but I just thought, I just saw the height, the size. I'm like, oh, these kids, not knowing that they're not kids.
I know, right?
But you guys
we've grown up. And it's a journey, and it's a journey that we're still on. And it's fantastic because really, you said Mavin family, and that's how it's been.
Yeah.
All the way from whoever's doing A&R, all the way down to the artists, all the way down to even the people cleaning the place and making sure we're okay and we're safe. Like, it's one big family, you know, and regardless of what happens, we're always in touch.
Oh,
that's what I like about it.
That's awesome.
We're always in touch.
If you're trying to reach Deja or ask her a question, you can send me a message on WhatsApp 081 800 89933. I have a lot of things to talk to you about. I may even have to spill into 2 o'clock hour.
Please, and no way, we there here with you. No, Allah, we there here with you.
Okay, but let me play this song. It's off your EP.
Yes.
It's called Baby.
Hot 93.3.
Brand new music from Deja called Baby. This is part of her EP. How do you feel listening to yourself?
Yeah, I feel very weird.
I guess. I hate hearing my own
I'm very,
voice.
very awkward and like, what is going on?
Well, your voice is so melodious. It's so
Thank you
beautiful.
so much.
Man,
Thank
do you have any routines for your voice? I need to ask.
I try my best to do some vocal lessons as well, so that I can, because the idea is about maintaining what God gave you before you go and be forming that I have. So yes, I try once a week. Once a week I try to, and then I've been told that water and honey helps as well. So in case you have cold, as you can hear, I'm a little stuffed up with the weather, but yes, I definitely try my best to push on vocal lessons once a week, because you have to maintain what you already have.
Oh yeah, a lot of people think that once you're made, you don't have to.
See, that thing, your voice can fail you. They say that.
Okay.
You can choke on it.
Okay, Deja, I see you. But in the mean, I see that your videos are very conservative and you are always covered up. Have you ever in your life felt like you needed to open up a little bit more, show some skin? Because there are a lot of people cloud chasing and skin wins sometimes, nudity sometimes. Do you ever feel that way?
I mean, for me, no, because that's just how I am. I mean, but I absolutely admire, and it's not like I've never worn short shorts or anything. No, please, I used to wear, it's just me all of a sudden. I just decided, I used to wear like half top, shorts, like short neck, how should I say, short knicker, and all these things. I enjoyed myself. It's just that I find more comfort in the fact that I can just wear my shirt and sweatpants, to be honest. I just go for comfort before anything else. Like sometimes I just feel like I just can't. And it's not everybody. You have to have one banging. See, my sister. So I always just find just what works for my body.
Yeah.
And it's just me and my comfort, honestly. I admire fashion in any form.
Oh yeah.
If you like, wear pants. As long as it looks good on you, honestly, and you feel comfortable. Not that you're doing it because somebody made you.
Yeah.
That's my own. It's comfort. As long as there's comfort in clothes, that's all I care about.
Beautiful. So you've been signed for a while, and I have another question concerning labels. Do you think that an artist being signed to a huge record label has any effect on, their work or their publicity?
I mean, once you're signed, there's a lot that gets lifted off you, as long as you're in a dope label that cares about you. You know what I mean? The idea is not just being signed. Anybody can become anyone through anything, especially now with the way social media is and everything. It's just that for me, this is just the path God had me, go through. And it does help because of the promo, and it's done jazzy. Yeah. It's done jazzy. And I feel like that added to me as a person, because it allowed other people to listen to what it is. Sometimes now when person tell you, say, listen to this person, then you go. Yeah. Or when somebody says, hey, you gotta listen to this girl or something, even if they don't really like you because of the person or maybe the label, it does help, but it's not necessarily everything. Okay. Yeah, you have to. If you're not working, label cannot force you to work. So if you're not working, and they can't like dump things down your life, you don't deliver and things like that. So it's really, it's a symbiotic relationship if you're going the label route. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. All right, so you're from the north, and I hear that the women there's a lot of things they're restricted to. So did you ever at any point have any backlash? I mean, in anything, even if you're not really from the north, you get backlash as a woman in anything most times. I mean, God bless women. And then my dad is also from Sierra Leone, so it's my mom that's from the north. I was born and raised there. I did get a lot of backlash. I mean, I grew up in Kaduna, but not necessarily, it wasn't even necessarily from me. It was usually sometimes it's from older people like, are you sure this is the way to go? Are you sure this is how you're supposed to do this? But all that, honestly, that has been in the past. Like, things are changing, in the sense that you have talent everywhere. It's not just really being about where you're from. There's talent everywhere, as long as there's people helping you nurture it. Yeah. And sort of encouraging you. But regardless, you get backlash anyway. Even as a woman, it's like headache. You're like, I just came here as I am. Why are you so mad? But so at any point, did you ever feel like when you were getting all of these reactions, did you ever feel like, you know what, I can't do this thing anymore and just go off? For me, it was more or less how it affected my family. If it did, like, my mom, she wouldn't want, no African parent wants to be hearing different things that they're saying outside or whatever. Yeah. But it never stopped me from not wanting to do music. I'm too stubborn for that. I may not come off like that, but I do believe in myself a lot. I believe in everything that I put myself in, no matter how hard it is. Because nobody sent me message. Now me saying that this. So you have to ginger yourself in every and I had the support of my own personal family, so I didn't really. How should I put it? A lot of what people said outside, as much as it does affect you in some way, it didn't really define anything for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap up all of these personal questions before I... No. First off, we have to stretch into the 2:00 hour because there's still a lot of things I want to talk to you about. But before I wrap up the personal questions, a lot of people are of the opinion that once you get married as an entertainer or as a woman, that's it for your career. Do you believe that? Because I see that you're still pushing hard and your name is still out there on everyone's lips. So do you think that is even true?
I mean, look at other women that have done this. And they're moving. I mean, we have so many women in this industry that have been moving way before I have, and they're married and they're killing it. You know, I mean, will somebody say that Mercy Johnson has stopped working?
Oh, no.
That woman just keeps going. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just I always thank people that are ahead of me doing it, and they've just made it where, no, it didn't stop anything. Okay. I mean, I have such an amazing husband, very supportive. It just doesn't. I think like I said, times have changed in such a way where as long as you prioritize and you know what you're standing for and you balance, that's where I'm finding a balance.
Yeah.
But no, it didn't change my life for me like that.
Okay. All right. So I'm still with Deja till I'm teasing her, in fact, for a while. But we need to take a break now because I have the news coming up shortly. But I want to play a house version of All Radio.
Hot 93.3.
Into the Live Lounge on Hot 93.3. Chacha, the Happy Fairy, is here with you. It's 3 minutes to 2 p.m. I need to take a break now, and Lucy would come in with the news. But in the meantime, if you have any messages for Deja, she's with me up until by 2:30 or 2:30. So send me a message on WhatsApp at 081-800-899-33 or tweet me at hotfm_Lagos. You're still tuned into the Live Lounge on Hot 93.3. Chacha, the Happy Fairy, is here with you. And also, I've got Deja still in the studio with me.
Yes, we are. And I like this Chacha this way. See, I want to be a fairy too.
You look like a fairy. You do look like a fairy, you know? But it's good. Anyway, so let's go back to our conversation. I was talking about being a woman in the industry.
Yes.
Are there differences between a woman and your male counterparts? I'm sure there are. So let me rephrase. Highlight the differences for me.
Well, it's not really like this. I just feel like women need more support from the industry fully, and not necessarily the industry trying to make them fight all the time.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You don't really see that happening with the guys a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, but with the women, it's almost like we do it almost on purpose for them to. I know with women, we just get very tired sometimes. Yeah. Like, so you have to encourage. You have to encourage us. There's just too many things women are dealing with. So you have to constantly encourage us. You have to constantly make it where, because half the things you see even that they put out there, I doubt they even said it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's, I just think more encouragement, playing more, even in shows. Mm-hmm. You just see like, it's like 10 guys and like just one woman or like, so the more we have sort of a mix in a lot of things we're doing, I think it would be dope.
But saying that the industry needs to help women, but women don't really support each other.
Well, not everybody, but I don't like it as a general statement because, please, I have women that support me. You know what I mean? But yes, we do some pretty crappy stuff, but like freaking. I have so many women in the industry that are supporting.
But you don't even see that.
No, it's not like you don't really see it. It's just that it's really unnecessary. Yeah. You know, I think it's very unnecessary. It's already hard out there for all of us. Mm-hmm. So if you're encouraged by anyone else to put another woman down, don't. Yeah. That's the idea.
Have you ever felt any sort of way with any other woman in the industry?
No, my God. See, I was in level one of the top ladies currently one of the top ladies in industry, and she was always one of my biggest supporters, even when I'm not there. And I'm not just saying that because it's radio. Like sometimes I say, Tiwa fight for your matter. Tiwa just fight for your matter. Say, how far? Tisha has not dropped something. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, I'm like, it's never that serious. No matter what, it's never that serious. It's never that, like, come on, you can even fight. It's very easy, you know. And I always say, for me, I don't know, I just find that maybe because I don't have sister, maybe because I grew up with a brother, I don't know, because parents tend to compare. You know, this whole comparing thing can frustrate somebody. It depends. You're the one that just has to have a strong heart or anything. So it's not everything you have to kind of react to. You know, I mean, they've tried that thing with me many times, and I'm just like, guy, I'm the worst.
I think you have this straight face. You're like, don't even bring that.
I'm like, you're the worst, because it's not necessarily, it's not like you can't go around and say, oh, I love everybody, but I love what people are doing with what they have. I can never hate on what another person is doing. We're all trying to eat. Do you get? So, true. You know, the idea is, and whatever any other woman does ahead of anything that I'm doing, you're opening weight for me. Yeah, true. If you look at things like that, even the little things don't even matter. You know, so it's just more of a mindset. I try to, regardless of how people try to put me back into a mindset or my environment, I try to get out of it. So you're the one that you go tell yourself, I know day for these kinds of
That's actually
and I just like to have fun, you know, and women are beautiful. I wish they could see that outside of, like, you know, and society really has made women compete. Let's not lie. Like, even when that's why I said maybe it's because I don't have a sister, because there's nobody that, if you like compare me to my brother, I say with my brother, he's stronger than me because he's a boy. I'm not. So I feel like some things too are innate, like you've been trained in such a way or anything. But other than that, honestly, I don't think it's that serious where we start putting ourselves so much where we can't. We're all trying to eat. We're pretty much all trying to do the same thing and trying to get. So the way the industry makes as if there's only space for. That's what I mean. It's not necessarily maybe. I shouldn't blame the industry all, because personally we all can do better. Yeah. But I just feel that it's the way the industry has been created. It is very male dominated, you know, and the more women that keep coming in, please come, submit your songs, blow. Because the more you see that, you know, the more everybody else is encouraged. It's not a man's world, it's not a women's world. It's we're human race, you know, and everyone is on a race to just feed their family and feed themselves and all this stuff. So it's not really, I mean, they can't drag me shine for that kind of thing.
But how would you say the industry has been from when you started out, before you started out, when you started out, and now that you're at this stage?
The industry has been around before I even started, right? But the idea is, from my own personal view, I think we're getting a lot better. People are more vocal. People are more, I guess, are trying to be more straightforward about how they feel about things. When one artist comes out fighting for a cause, you can see a lot of artists come together, because it's not really about male artists, female artists. We're all artists. Yeah, we're actually all artists. It's not really male, female. So I'm seeing a lot more in terms of, I guess, how should I put it? Like, there's a union in terms of we're all trying to fight for a cause. So when you see the causes out there, you can see now everybody's posting, everybody's trying to make sure that we're fighting for this person, or, you know, and when you're focused on something that is for almost everyone, it's kind of less stressful than when it's like we're trying to, and no matter what, in everything, I mean, even in class there's first, second, third, they all do know these kind of things or whatever, but it's never really been about where you are. Everybody just wants to be successful. So I see that women are really pushing. They're really pushing. I do see support, like I'm telling you. It's not like it's just me and I'm just saying it's only men that are supporting me. Women support me. So maybe it's not necessarily a general situation. Maybe some women, but not all.
Okay, but if you had the chance to change something about the industry at this moment, what would that be?
I will put more women in there. I think more women need to come out. More women need to put their songs out. More women need to be more active in the music industry. And if, like, don't feel like what the only amount of women that are there are just it. You know, there's no. Like I said, I was encouraged. I was encouraged by my own colleague. You know, I'm encouraged, and it's hard for me to see, like, it's not possible. It's very possible. It's just not everybody that would do it that way, but it's possible. So I don't necessarily like it where it's generalized, where women just don't. Because I've seen really women supporting women, but I've also seen women bringing women down, obviously. We'd like to do that kind of nonsense. Yeah.
But I think challenges as a woman.
That's what I'm just saying, that there's just too many challenges we're facing a lot. Like, we might as well just team up and give the guy something to run away from. You know, that kind of thing. Like, we just need to
Girl power.
add fire. I saw wuta. I got a wuta. That's what wuta is. Add fire, push fire.
Okay.
I got a wuta, yeah. So
Talking
if anything, I'll
about
just
wuta,
add more.
I want to play. That's the next song I actually want to play because I've heard it.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand anything you were saying.
Don't worry, I got you.
Except beautiful.
I got you.
So let's listen to this next song. It's still part of her recent EP. It's called Wuta. Wuta?
Yeah, you got it. Wuta.
Hot 93.3.
And we just listened to something I don't understand.
Wuta.
Yes. So explain to me what that song was
So
about.
wuta in Hausa is light or fire.
okay.
You know, when we say wuta. And in this sense, to be honest, there's nothing in the song that says wuta. There's really nothing in the song that says wuta. It's just, when I was looking for a name for the song, the beat itself is fire. Like the guy went in, Tiklex went in. And it was just like, Kai wanna abasu wuta. Like, give them light, give them fire. So that's why we named it. But what I'm saying is, you know, fine girl like you are too fine to be annoyed, to be holding something in your mind. So anytime you're annoyed, you need to find how to calm down.
Yeah.
Just wear your best outfits and go out and dance and tell them I don't hammer.
That's actually my motto, not being angry, because I mean,
if you're angry, your face will just
be wrinkled. Me, I like to smile too much. I smile so much that it's a problem.
Yes,
people always say like, oh, you always smile.
Somebody even say, are you sure this your smile is? I said, well, when it's not real, you not see it.
That's the truth. But I mean, if you lose every minute you use being angry, it's like losing 60 seconds of happiness. So why do I want to do that? That is, if you're angry for 1 minute,
that's
60 seconds,
it's true, it's
gone.
It's true, it's gone.
So, all right. So, do you think that people are starting to accept, you know, your dialect, singing with the Arewa?
Yes.
That's Arewa. Do you think people are starting to accept that?
Well, let me just tell you, I don't know, me, anything I'm associated with, like say them first, because abuse all of us first. Because, you know, for me, the reason why I was so adamant on making sure that a Hausa track was on this was music is the one unifying thing, that whether or not you speak the language, it allows you to, you know, just even be like, I kind of like this beat, or even if I don't know what she's saying, I might like the vibe or something. And with the way it's been going, you know, the North has been on the news every day, and it's just always one thing or the other. Or tomorrow somebody will send me a message and say, if I'm fighting for somebody or something, maybe in the North, they'll say, is he your uncle? Our president is your father? Or all these kind of things. All these Hausa people, then they craze. So all this, everybody is, you know, Boko Haram or anything. And I'm just like, look, first and foremost, there's bad people in everything. Mm-hmm. And trust me, the people I know are definitely not Boko Haram. You know, this is just a group of people that decided they wanted to cause havoc, just like every other thing. So the idea is I'm trying to push for the culture that we have a lot of positive things to push, you know, regardless of what you get. This song is more of like, it's open for me. When I was doing it, it was just more or less, you know, no matter how angry you get, you're just too fine to be allowing people to frustrate you. That's true. And I'm just too fine. Where we are going. See, that's what I like. You see, you're a pretty fairy. Chacha. But for me, it was just, look, guys, you know, there's always bad people in something, and the more you learn somebody's language, the more you sing. I mean, I married a Yoruba man, so I forced myself to be trying. And Yoruba songs, whether I know you can speak it, you are doing lamba, you're entering, and I'm just like, the thing they sweet me, and I want to know more about the people. I'm not living in Lagos. I used to live in, you know what I mean? So I used to live in Kaduna, and I just want people to sort of accept the music, and then you start to accept the people. Oh, that is so beautiful. My goodness. And you know, the one thing that people always talk about coming from the North, I know it happens everywhere, but it's child marriage. Yeah. So what do you think about all of that? Like I said, there's always this stereotypical, because there's also, I didn't marry as a child. I know people think I look like one, but I didn't marry as a child. You know. There's a lot of things in the North that we've been discussing and trying to, you know, put out there. And for me, obviously, having a daughter, I wouldn't want to, you know, marry her off at a very, very young age. But many different people have many different things. And the idea is, how well can we have a conversation where we can push as far as possible, you know, for the child to be developed, where you can actually handle a marriage. Because the idea is not really about, child marriage. This thing happens everywhere. It's not just in the North. At some point in time, people used to marry at the age of 16, 15 in different places. It's just, they have just secluded it in such a way
That
you
it
know,
seems
where,
like.
it's like these people, this is what you are doing, and there's so many things that you're doing that are not outside of that. But there is obviously people that are still carrying certain things and doing it, and we're just, the idea, like for me, I work with people that I would rather you allow the child to be mature enough to be able to handle, because marriage itself is not even, it's not just about entering house. It's not, my sister, it's not just about entering house. Have I ever heard of any? Even our mothers are teaching us, our mothers remind us, not to just enter one house like this. Still still.
But you know,
and even carrying a child, like your system is not fully formed. You know, I just feel like you can wait a bit.
Yeah,
bit
but
longer.
another thing that I recently realized is that the consent age for
In
sex
Nigeria,
is 11 years old.
In Nigeria, and
Yeah.
I even posted that online one time, and I tried to, you have people that are going to be insulting you and different things, but I'm like, okay, let's just say nobody's saying don't get married, nobody's saying if that's what you want, but I'm saying that if you can work for the child to be more developed before she enters a home, or he, because it happens in different places. I know maybe there's a country where they marry men off very quick. You don't know. We're not in the same. There's 7 billion people in the world. There's too many. It's just about development. I mean, what a 16-year-old from before, that's what I always say. It's what a 16-year-old could have done maybe 120 years ago. It's not now, or
yeah.
like a 10-year-old.
You're even saying 16. Me, last year, things I was doing last year, I'm not doing them now.
That's what I'm saying. And
You're going too far.
at the age of 9, 10, at some point, for us, they used to say, okay, when a girl starts that time of the month, you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
But now, children at the age of 9, 10 are doing it based on what we're eating. Are you going to say she's ready?
Oh.
Do you get that? So that's where my mindset comes in, is like, we need to do better in protecting our children and making sure that they are well enough mentally, physically, emotionally to be able to handle such a responsibility. It's not just about, this is what we already do, so we just do it. I mean, like he was laughing at me now, to enter a house, to take care of house, to take care of kids, to take care of, it's a lot.
All right.
It's a
So
lot.
before we go back to the music, as one more thing, today the news came out that some lawmakers are trying to make the punishment for rape a death sentence.
Yeah.
Do you think that is right, or it should just be a longer jail time?
First of all, I hate rape.
Yeah.
Anything to do with rape.
Yeah.
My sister, nowadays, you don't even know. Somebody will say rape, it's like, we mixed it. But for me are you saying that for somebody that is, what if if somebody is innocent or not? Is it based on charges? Is it based on if the person is just a horrible
Human being?
I don't think they should be with anyone else. But for those kind of laws, we need to, it's very easy for me to use my emotions, because if I'm using my emotions, I'll say, yes, everybody should be, people should die. But what if the person is innocent? What if the person, isn't, are they going to go through trials? It's just, I feel like recently though, when it comes to, conversations about rape, I don't feel the victim is always protected.
Yeah.
I feel in where we are, the victim is always blamed. Mm-hmm. And things like that. But I do believe that currently with lawmaking, it is a conversation that should be going on, but it should be a harsh punishment.
Okay.
It should be a harsh punishment, maybe not necessarily, because I don't create life, so I can't tell you I want people to come take it. But I do believe that there are some people that should be locked in some dungeon for a very, very, very long time. If they're guilty, as long as you're guilty, you should never.
I can actually bet that there are people listening to you right now. They're nodding their heads like everyone else in the studio.
I do believe so, but like I said, we are in a place where our laws are kind of upside down.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily believe the law in itself protects and I think there's more. But I would love to know more about the conversation. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I know it's a conversation that just started. I don't know too much in the lawmaking, but I'm trying to learn more about our constitution. I want to fight about the age of consent, because it's that kind of age of consent that makes people think it's okay to go and
marry off and rape.
Even like 6 and 11-year-old. What does she know? She doesn't know anything, So it's those kind of things where I'm not going to tell you that I'm very okay with people doing bad things. Like I said, harsh punishment. But when it comes to taking of a life, you have to be very sure of what you're doing when you're doing it.
Okay, you're a wise woman. You're
I don't know. I'm just trying to be as, this is me just talking,
Okay, so let's just switch up the mood a little bit and play my favorite song from the EP.
She kept the best for last for herself.
I had to do that. So this is Omatena.
Hot 93.3.